My message to the losers: losers, look in the mirror. No? Well, maybe you should. Sorry. Well, that's my feeling.
Maher's latest takedown had the View scrambling for a comeback, but none of their usual tactics worked. Instead of addressing his points, they resorted to digging for dirt, only to come up empty-handed. What do you think? Is Maher just saying what many are thinking, or is the View avoiding real debate? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
About the whole show, the winners, the losers. My message to the losers: losers, look in the mirror. No? Well, maybe you should. Sorry. Well, that's my feeling. Losers, look in the mirror, okay? You know, I mean, for months, Democrats have been saying, how is this even close? And they're right, it wasn't. They could not conceive of a second Trump term, but they should have. When does America ever turn down second? I mean, come on.
Maher didn't hold back, flipping the argument right back on them with brutal honesty. The co-hosts, usually quick to interrupt, were left momentarily speechless. Even the audience, typically on their side, hesitated to clap. It was a rare moment when the View found itself on the defensive. Proof that when confronted with logic and wit, that usual tactics just don't work. What do you think? Was Maher right to call them out? Drop your thoughts below.
Do now, they won. Now they have reality they have to deal with. You know, we'll see what they do. See if they live up to their word. Trump says he's going to deport 12 million people. How are you going to get 12 million people back into Mexico? And today Trump said, I'm way ahead of you. Why do you think I left so many holes in the wall?
Maher exposed the hypocrisy, highlighting how the View pushes one-sided narratives while shutting down opposing perspectives. The moment was telling. When faced with a challenge, the co-hosts had no real counter-argument, and if you need proof of their bias, just look at how they fell silent after Maher flipped the debate on them. Remember, the issue was originally brought up by Sonny, yet when the conversation didn't go their way, they certainly had nothing to say. What's your take? Did Maher expose a hard truth, or was the View just caught off guard? Drop your thoughts below.
I saw Kamala was on Saturday Night Live, as the losing candidate often is. It worked so well for Hillary. Let's run that back. And about the left. You're brats and you're snobs, and people don't like that.
It was a rare moment when the View had no comeback, no snark, no interruptions, just silence. Maher didn't just challenge their narrative. He exposed how they shut down anything that doesn't fit their agenda. This is the difficult truth for the left. They claim to welcome debate, but the moment someone like Maher flips the script, they freeze. Unlike The View, Maher never suggested silencing Whoopi or anyone else. He simply pointed out where they were wrong. Have you ever seen The View wallow this kind of pushback without instantly shutting it down? Probably not. Let's hear your thoughts.
Israel 5 times, they've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community and they spent it on bombs and guns and building tunnels. So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? It's a war. I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that. I assume the Israeli Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that. Stop attacking Israel.
Whoopi and Joy looked completely stunned, as if they couldn't believe what they were hearing. But here's the thing, they weren't shocked because Maher was wrong. They were shocked because he was right. Maher wasn't making a partisan argument, he was pointing out a fundamental truth. The administration they defend hasn't de-escalated conflict, it's fueled it. And yet, they mock Trump when he pushes for peace. The hypocrisy is glaring now. Let's take a moment to hear Bill Maher's take on free speech, something The View claims to support, but only when it fits their narrative.
Last week, Ira Glasser, former longtime head of the ACLU, talking about free speech. Whoopi Goldberg, who, by the way, I hope is still a friend, we can disagree with each other, should not be canceled or put off her show, as much as I totally disagree with her crazy statement. Free speech. She should be there. She shouldn't get a timeout.
Not every single thing has to be for everybody.
Right.
We can have platforms that have stuff on them that not everyone on that platform or who consumes stuff on that platform enjoys. And The View is a particularly weird place to do a cancellation.
It's called The View?
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but
But isn't it interesting that it's called, I mean, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America.
But
There is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
That's correct.
Exactly. Instead of engaging in an open discussion, The View doubled down, proving Maher's point. They don't tolerate differing opinions. They shut them down. Maher didn't suggest Whoopi should be cancelled or silenced. He simply held her accountable, something they claim to support. Until it's aimed at them. Their discomfort wasn't about disagreement, it was about being exposed at the end of the day. Real debate means being able to handle criticism. If The View truly believed in free speech, they wouldn't crumble the moment someone challenges their narrative.
A very different opinion. And the answer is not to make them sit in a corner for 2 weeks. That is insulting. It's so insulting to make a 65-year-old, I mean, the person at ABC News said, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. Reflect. How insulting for someone of her age, who's a sophisticated person, and the impact of her comment. There is no impact. There aren't neo-Nazis waiting for the green light from the lady on The View to go out and do a new crystal knot.
So right. And the whole point of free speech is we don't need free speech when we're right, when everyone agrees with us. We need free speech when we're wrong. We need free speech to make mistakes. We need free speech to say really unpopular things. And one of the reasons I'm always proud to come on this show, and I suspect you feel the same way, Catherine, is this is the only space left on television where people can speak freely and not be terrified, right? And you have, you know.
It's the same cycle. The View shuts down any perspective they don't like. Bill Maher called them out, and instead of debating, they deflected. Why is open discussion so hard for them? Is it fear of real debate, or just a way to keep their echo chamber intact? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.